All right, y'all, let's jump right into today's video. This is going to be a room swap, and it's going to be kind of unconventional. I'm going to swap the bedroom with the sunroom and kind of reconfigure the living room. And the bedroom will still be a bedroom, but it's going to be a multifunctional space. Every room in this one bedroom apartment is going to be a multifunctional space. So let's get into it. These are all the befores, what things are looking like. But yeah, let's get all this stuff out of here, and then at the very end I'm going to explain the spatial structure of this whole project. So let's hop right into it, get these rooms swapped, and then I'll be back at the end of the video. In the meantime, you can go ahead and like the video, subscribe, and share it with somebody else. Share the love, share the joy. Let's get into it. All right, let's take a quick moment to pause while I try to figure out what am I going to play or listen to while I do this room swap. And you're probably wondering, why am I swapping rooms? Why am I changing the bedroom and moving it into another space? Well, as you're going to find out at the end of this video, 2 adults live in this 1-bedroom apartment. And right now, the sleeping arrangements are just not working. There's some changes that are happening, and I wanted to kind of switch up the layout and see if we can find something that works better for the both of us. And the main thing I wanted to do was to really open up the space. So you'll see as this video progresses how the space really starts to open up. As you can tell right now in the bedroom, it's kind of large, clunky furniture, just kind of arranged how you would see a normal bedroom. And then you can't fully see the living room and the sunroom, but those areas also had pretty bulky furniture. And in this household, we do a lot of artistic things. You saw the guitar, you see all the crafts. This area that I'm moving right now is books, art supplies, all that kind of stuff. We have a sewing machine, there's fabric and some bags somewhere. And so I really wanted to make things more accessible and easy for us to get to them, as well as create 2 more private sleeping areas within this layout. And so this was the first thing I did, which was move that cubicle from the sunroom into the living room and kind of change the configuration of that. But yeah, I'm gonna let you guys enjoy this time lapse, and I'll give you a full explanation of why I decided to make this switch towards the end of the video. Now that that's all wrapped up, I always like to give a couple of tips. And the first thing I do whenever I'm organizing a space is clear it out so that I can have fresh eyes on the canvas, so to speak. And sometimes I may have a plan beforehand, but it really just helps to open up the space, clear it out, kind of see what is giving, when it's empty and what it wants to become. So that's what I did there. I just kind of stood in this place, looked around a little bit, and now I'm cleaning up so that I can move the bed into the sunroom. First things first is this desk here, and then we're gonna be pretty much done with these 2 rooms. And spoiler alert, I'm going to arrange the bedroom, what is currently now the bedroom, off camera, just because, as you can see, some time has gone by and it is nighttime now. I think this project took me about, might have taken me about 10 hours from start to finish. I think I started at and I finished around 2 in the morning. So how many hours is that? Let me know down in the comments below. How many hours did it take me to do this project? I actually keep a task tracker whenever I'm doing things like this, just so I can kind of see how much time I'm spending doing these things. So then whenever I have clients, I can kind of gauge that. And hey, there's Rumi. Rumi came home, and then you're going to see she's going to give me some pointers on like what it is she likes or dislikes about what I'm doing. But yeah, let's go ahead and finish this up. She's back, and she came pretty much to just see how things have shifted. Walked into the space, kind of just seeing how it would feel to be in different areas of the home. And as you can see, here we are next day. The very next day, I think it took me another 4 hours to get this space done. I rearranged the room. Didn't fully like what I did, but you'll see in the end how everything kind of pans out. All right, this is the final product. Well, not the final product, but this is the in progress of the room swap. And we swapped out the living situation just to kind of create some zones within the space. So right now, one of you guys asked me, how did I learn spatial awareness? And so today I'm just going to kind of walk through what I did in this space and kind of tell you how I learned about spatial awareness. So I have a degree in interior design and a minor in architecture. And I went to Texas Tech University where I learned those skills. And throughout the process of learning architecture and interior design, in every single project, you had to do some type of spatial planning. And so pretty much spatial awareness came from me interning with a professional organizing company, as well as with every single project I did in school. I had to figure out, what goes where, how does it flow, is there enough walkway, is there enough things like that throughout the space. So that's pretty much the gist of how I learned it. So let's talk about what I did in this space. So there's 2 adults who live here. And so I wanted to create zones for the both of us in each room. So here we have where we can sit, we can eat at this table, we can do art at this table, we can watch TV at this table. Then we have all the books, art supplies, and things like this on this art wall. I eventually want to actually paint this tree on this wall or do some type of woodworking and put that up more permanently. This, don't judge me, has been up for over a year, maybe a year and a half. But that's just because this is an apartment and you got to be mindful of landlords and all that kind of stuff. This is a desk. There's really kind of no better spot for it in the space. So I put it right here. And then whenever we're at the desk, we could pull the chair around. And if we needed a second monitor, the TV is right above it. So that's kind of perfect. This is going to serve, the sunroom is going to serve as a second bedroom. So we got the bed in here, got some nightstands, then we got stuff around. Now, how I originally did this, I just used what we have. So the storage stuff you see here is all what we have. And then the entryway got changed a little bit, had to add a few things in there. This table will move. The kitchen needs some work as well. And then back in this room, I want to create zones as well. So this is serving as another sleeping area. I'm actually going to make either a floating bed or just have a floor bed situation. I'm going to get a bed that fills up this entire 4x8 space. Not a bed, but a memory foam mattress. And then this thing here will go and be able to go right there. So if we have company or if we just want to have some space between one another, that other little seating thing can go here, or if we want to lay in the middle of the floor, whatever the case may be. And then this area here is going to be, it can serve as a workout area. My roommate does a lot of stretching and different things like that. She has a massage table and does shiatsu, so this can serve as that kind of area here. And then this is another area. I'm going to put a blanket or a rug back down here, and then this is all kind of my stuff. And so, like I said before, I just zoned out every space so that you can have plenty of, and then you see the walkway is naturally created. So try to follow, I don't know the feng shui, laws and principles, but I just wanted to have open space as much as possible. Got to take care of some stuff in that closet as well. So you have a very clear path, as you see, when we go from room to room. There's nothing obstructing any openings or anything like that. And then we got a clear path straight in here to the laundry area. Yeah, so that's pretty much how I did this space. Just wanted to open it up, get everything along the walls as much as possible, and leave as much floor space so that we can roll around. You can use this as a space to do yoga and work out, and then the other person can be in this area, do yoga and work out, and every angle has a perspective of the TV from this living area. Then this sunroom, again, is hot during the day, but it's mainly going to be an area where someone sleeps in the evening, so it can be nice and cool, has a fan, brought in some, nice little nature vibes. And I'm going to do some more decor type of things as time goes on. I want to paint these walls or do some artistic type stuff on those walls. And then in this area, I want to actually bring in some more storage. So I want this to be a nice low earthing space because it is a space to sleep as well as a space to ground and do what is it called, self-care. And then so I want to do shelves all along here, all along there, and all along there. That way all these little random boxes and things you see on the floor will actually be inside of some shelving. And then maybe do some floating shelves up top here as well. This, I want to create a cool little headboard situation. And then to really divide this space up, I'm going to get one of those divider walls to go straight across here. So if the person wants to be sleeping here, could be sleep, and then self-care and things like that could still be going on in this space here. And then also the self-care could pop the table up out here and do it here. So like I said, all the spaces are multifunctional and have plenty of walking area. So that's pretty much the gist, how I learned about spatial awareness and how I apply it day to day. Like I say, this space still has so much both of these areas have so much that needs to be done with them still, but this is where we are for now. And yeah, in the next couple of videos or over the next couple of months, we'll get, that shelving built and get some more decor coming in here. So I'll update y'all on what that looks like. Let me know, how do you set up your space? Do you know anything about spatial awareness? And yeah, how do you design your area, whether you're using it as the conventional space, like this is a bedroom, but it's being used as a multi-purpose space, and then this is a living room and a sunroom, but it's also being used as a multi-purpose space. So how do you utilize the spaces based upon your actual need in your home, in your office, wherever you are? All right, this is day 2 of the organizing session that I did, or the room swap that I did, and I changed a few things around. The desk was right here. I went ahead and put it back over in the room over there. Switched the way the bed was just to open up this a little bit more and to be able to get the desk in here. And so hopefully the person sleeping in here enjoys that layout. And then in here, I'm going to put something up, but you see I moved both of the wood flooring over all the way to that side, because that whole area in the back is going to be someone's area. Then I'm put the dividing wall right across where you see the wood begins. And then this area still will be for massage and all that kind of stuff. So there'll be a dividing wall, and it'll be like, it's almost like 2 rooms in here. Then the bathroom's over there. But I just want to show these little changes that I made since I recorded the video on yesterday, and this is how things are looking. No judgment zone. We have been living in this space, so that's why I just got through washing the sheets, so we're gonna put new sheets on there. And then this entryway is a hot mess. Got to take some recycling out, but I put both storage cabinets or file cabinets we had over there. So like I said, plenty of work that still has to be done, but all the major things are in their specific homes and areas. As for now, I want to swap this art piece. I'm all about symmetry, and so we're gonna put that down there. Like I said, plenty of work to be done. Plenty of work to be done. So just want to show you the few updates that I did over there and right here. Still so far to go. Thank you for tuning in.